I said one day, you not think I'm gonna go.
Maritime blues legend Dutch Mason recently celebrated his 61st birthday performing 2 nights at Ryes Deli in Fredericton. The man B.B. King once called Canada's Prime Minister the blues told us how he got started performing.
I was 14 years old and I started playing drums. And I started playing drums with the Dixieland band, and my mother was playing piano in the Dixieland band, and my father's playing in another Dixieland band, and then in the end, I wound up playing, I had a trio. My mother, well, they had a trio. My mother, my father, and myself. My father played stand-up bass, my mother played piano, and I played drums. Then I went from that into starting my own band, which then was a rockabilly band. And Bubsy Brown, you know Bubsy? Bubsy right from town here. He was the first guitar player I ever played with us. As a matter of fact, me and Bubsy and Harold Boats, we were the ones that started the first band. And then a bunch of other guys came in after, like, and then we went, and then I went from rockabilly. Then I started to listen to blues and that, and then I went from that into blues.
Although Dutch is no longer able to play guitar due to arthritis, he says his love of music keeps him performing.
If I couldn't play, I think I'd still be in the business, like I'd manage a band or be an agent and let everybody hate me, you know. But I'd stay in it. I just like music.
I said, Lord, 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 Lord.
Dutch was recently in St. John's, Newfoundland at the annual East Coast Music Awards and had this to say about this year's event.
You can't believe, like, the amount of people and the crew that they have to do this. Like, I mean, like, well, you probably can. I mean, there's so many people doing this show that you can't believe it. Like, I mean, like, everybody, they have a producer for, like, every segment like that. It's a big show, like, well, you know what it's like, you know. And then a few technical problems there in Newfoundland, because they got to transport all that gear from everywhere to there, and there was a few technical things wrong like that. With our segment, there wasn't anything wrong with it. I watched it when I came home. My wife taped it for me, like, you know, and our segment I thought went pretty good. Like, you know.
Throughout the 70s, Dutch was often booked to play various folk festivals.
I was the first electric band to play at the folk festival down in Nova Scotia when it first started, and we were on there with like Will Miller and those guys from well, you know, the prettiest of all is the Unicorn, or
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, yeah, and Shirley Urquhart when she was just a kid. As a matter of fact, I just seen her in Newfoundland, and I never seen her from that time then until this time now.
Dutch is currently working on a new album, which is expected to be released in a few months.
Scanning the local music scene.